Put that coffee down.
Act as if.
You be ferocious. You be relentless.
Show me the money.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of the Out Fast podcast. Today, again, I have with me my partner, Jeremy Cloder. Producer, Jeremy Griffin.
Jeremy Griffin in the house.
Woo-hoo. And today, on this podcast, it's going to be a pretty kind of a quickie, about 20-30 minutes or so. So if you guys have been finding value in this podcast, please make sure you subscribe to us on iTunes, and you please give us a 5-star rating, and then give us a 1 or 2 sentence review on what you thought about the podcast so far. It really does help us a lot. We're helping you guys out there learn how to do real estate on the retail investment lending side as best as we possibly can. And so all we ask in return is that you do us that quick favor and subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, and on YouTube. So today we are going to be talking primarily about rehabbing, because that's what we did today. We checked on.
We did a lot of stuff today.
Volunteered today at the Humane Society, which was a lot of fun. Then we popped over to my rehab in St. Pete that we just finished in 3 weeks, and what a whirlwind that was. Then we popped over to Home Depot to get some stuff for the flip that I bought last Friday, that is going live today or tomorrow. So that way,
I'm amazed by that.
Yeah,
By the
we
way.
aren't out fast for nothing.
I know.
So
I'm
what's up, Mike?
very impressed
I'm
by
gonna wave
that.
at you, buddy.
So that house that you guys went that we filmed at originally,
Yeah.
in episode 2, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about a little bit about that. How did that go?
Actually, that was episode 3.
Was
wasn't
it 3?
I think it was 3. But anyway,
Okay.
Yeah. So we bought that house.
They're all the same at a certain
We bought that house from a wholesaler, and we got it for $85,000. Plus some closing costs, so all of them we were like $87,000 after it was all said and done. Closing costs and title and all that stuff. And so then we had a budget of up to $18,000 to rehab that property. But when we bought it, we had missed a few things. I missed a few things. And
What'd you miss?
I missed an electrical issue. I missed just a couple other really smaller things, but just adds up really quick. We decided not to salvage the cabinets, which added $2,000 to our budget. And so, but obviously the return is astronomical when you see what it looks like now.
I gotta say, I was impressed. It was really quick, and it looks complete. If people listening haven't seen this, it was
basically from purchase, or I should say from the time the seller moved out to the time we started work on it was 3 weeks. From start to finish.
Awesome.
We didn't have to do anything major, though. It was mostly all cosmetic. There was no roof, no AC,
right.
No major plumbing issues. There was some plumbing issues, but it's a 1940s or 1950s house. You're going to have small plumbing issues, but nothing, no replumbing of the house. And the electrical issues were just pretty small, too. It was only half the house had an issue, but it took time. The other thing was that the one thing that really killed us on the time that we could not plan for, that these things just happen, is the seller was a smoker, and apparently
that's right. You were scraping stuff off the windows.
Yeah, I'm not gonna throw the painting company under the bus, but it sure seems like their paint is not as good as some other ones in town, and we had to repaint the walls like 3 times.
That's tough, man.
It was terrible.
It's tough.
And
if people don't catch that, from my extensive painting background that I have, believe it or not, if you don't catch that with the oil-based primer first,
Dude,
really,
we did.
And it still came through, huh?
Wow. I mean, now you can't tell it was ever there, but that's done. It's good now.
Yeah, and if you guys want to see photos, you can probably just go to Outfast Realty and Investments Facebook page, and we have photos of the before and after.
Sure do.
At least
it's on my Facebook page. It's on Zillow. The address is 3918 40th Street North, St. Petersburg, Florida. We literally just listed it on Tuesday morning. Had a few showings already. We haven't even had a weekend of showings yet, and there's already like 40 people that have saved it on Zillow. So I guarantee you we have a hell of a turnout this weekend of people going to look at this house. So it was done really well. Very happy with the gentleman I hired to do this.
Let me ask you this real quick. When you say, okay, so we're going to have an incredible turnout this weekend, what do you guys do when it turns into a madhouse there? You know what I mean? Like, what's the... I mean, it's a great problem to have, right? But, like, if you've got just people streaming in there, I mean, how do you pay attention to everybody?
Yeah, I mean, really, you have to try to sift through who's likely the most serious. Ideally, you try to get everybody to sign in, but and kind of identify who has agents and who doesn't. If anybody's just coming by, because when you slap it on the MLS and you can put an open house on there, then it publishes to Zillow and all the other sites that you're doing an open house. So ideally, if you think you're going to have a lot of traction, then you would probably even have 2 or 3 agents there.
Okay.
To help through, because there's nothing in the house. You're not worried about anybody taking anything, but you want to make sure quality time is given to the leads that seem like maybe the hottest
and stuff like that.
Yeah. So and then from there, it's just have the agents, highest and best, but even the best price, isn't always it. It needs to be the best terms. So closing date, inspection periods, and stuff like that are some things to consider when we're taking a look at what offers we want to take.
You guys know, Jeremy, you got a Band-Aid on your arm there. Did you have an accident at the Humane Society today?
I got cut up. I got bit by a dog today. No, I'm just kidding. No, so something from school.
So what's up with the Humane Society? Have you guys done that before?
No, that's the first time we've ever done the Humane Society volunteering. We've volunteered at Metropolitan Ministries before and stuff like that, but we definitely want to do stuff more like that for sure. That was a lot of fun. I mean, I have 3 dogs, one of which we got from Humane Society, so
Taylor said she was happy she didn't walk out with anything.
I did call my wife or texted her. I was like, "We already have 3. What's one more?
Yeah, what's one more?
We're buying a house. We got a big yard.
Carlos. Yeah, we're buying a house. I got a bigger backyard now. Sure.
Yeah.
And a baby on the way. Good call. Not.
Yep.
So.
And there's so believe it or not, because they're building a new building, they're on the 4th floor of our building here. So they've used our training room once or twice already. We didn't charge them anything. So then
we love those guys over there. So whoop, gesundheit. So it's been pretty cool. Because they are in our building as well.
Right.
They moved in a little while ago, and we're all dog people here for the most part. I mean, Taylor's got a dog. You've got 2. I've got 3. It feels like we've got Mike, our architect Mike's in here in the house, and he's got his dog Molly hanging around, our best new agent.
Yeah.
And
Colin, what'd you think of it?
I thought that was a cute dog.
Man of many words.
Man of many words.
So yeah, I mean, that house was really cool because I was telling Colin today when we went and filmed over there, night and day difference, obviously.
Right.
But what's been crazy is this market is still, we had Rick and Sam over here last time about the market correction possibly in the next 6 months to 2 years. It's not happening over there, man, because by the time we bought that house to the time we listed it this week, the after repaired value went up from 145, 150 at the max value. I thought I was going to be able to push it to 150. Dude, the comps are coming in at like 180. So I didn't want to push it, and I don't want it to sit too long, so I listed it aggressively at 169.
Right.
But dude, it's going to sell really, really quick. So that's the whole point.
You guys think by the end of the weekend you'll have a couple of?
I would be shocked if we don't have at least one solid offer by the end of the weekend.
Very cool.
Yeah. Open houses on Sunday, so I'm sure open houses on Sundays always kind of make me feel weary because I feel like the buyer's agents know better than to wait till Sunday. If you want to go see this house and get it under contract, you got to go Saturday. So, I mean, Jacob will host an open house either way, but he may already be under contract on Sunday, which is what I'm hoping for.
Man. Yeah, if anybody's going to see it during the week, they're the ones that are definitely going to put in an offer ASAP.
Sunday ones are kind of usually just out strolling for the most part a little bit.
Yeah, they could be.
They could be, but, maybe they work Saturday. A lot of people still work Saturdays to make ends meet, so, But I just feel like if you're serious about buying a house in that area and in that price point, you've got to jump on it this weekend. Right. And most people aren't shopping this time of the year or this time of during the week too much.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
If you guys have any questions on Facebook Live, make sure you guys ask us really quick. We'd be happy to answer them for you. So, but yes, so we listed for 169. So that's literally is going to be like an extra 20 grand, 25 grand in our back pocket. Not a bad day at the office. In 3 weeks.
That's not bad.
So, again, there's obviously a lot of risk in that too, right?
Yeah.
Huge amount of risk.
Yeah.
I mean, the market could have easily switched the other way. And instead of being 145, 150, could have been 125. And then we'd be basically, caught with our pants down. Yep. And so, you've got to know the market. You got to know the potential. But I had no idea the potential was going to be that good. Again, I don't want to get too far ahead. I want to knock on wood that we're not going to end up selling it for 150, which would be a shot in the gut right now. But in all reality, even if we did sell it for 150, we still made out pretty damn well on that deal.
So how about that condo that we went and saw?
Yeah, so the condo, what a great deal, man. So I got to thank Mike Shelton. He's one of our TBREIA members. He brought me that deal. Gave me first crack at it and went and looked at it about a day or two afterwards. And just, the numbers were solid. He put it out there and bought it from him, closed in 2 weeks. from contract to close. Exactly 2 weeks, actually.
Yeah, and the cool thing about Mike is we've actually done 2 or 3. Is this his
it's our
third
third
deal?
or fourth deal, actually, with
Yeah,
him.
so
This is the first time it's me as a buyer, though.
Yeah, we've helped him before. Like he'd get a lead, and then we kind of help him figure out the process, like doing a wholesale deal, and
Help him build his
so
buyer's list and stuff like that.
I think once he had the kind of the seller, we had the buyer type thing, and yeah, so it's been someone that's, and he has flipping experience, but someone that's been new to wholesaling that we've kind of been able to show, and through TBREIA, that's how people get educated, but being able to kind of see him go through the process, and just getting more wholesale experience.
That's really cool.
And so it's been a great testimonial.
Yeah, he actually gave me a video testimonial today. We'll premiere tonight at the main meeting. Said he's in the last since he joined TBREIA, I think it was like summer of last year. On just deals he's done through me. I don't know if he's done any other deals besides working with me, but he's done $22,000, $22,000 in assignment fees just through me.
Nice.
The 3 deals I think we co-wholesaled together, and the 1 deal I bought from him. Between those 3 or 4 deals, he's made $22,000. I'd say that's a pretty solid value to your $197 a year.
Yeah.
For your
Make
TBREIA
sure we
membership.
work that video that he's talking about into the final.
Oh yeah.
This one. Okay, cool. Nice. All right.
And a
good.
lot of people, they're taking advantage of the experience that we have, right? But he's paying $197 for it. A lot of people would pay 5, 10, 20, 50, 30, 40, 50 grand for a guru to teach them how to do it.
Right.
And
He
they
did
still
pay-
don't teach it.
He did pay a guru.
Oh, was he one of the ones that
he paid
did
someone
too?
over $25,000?
Yeah.
Came to us over at TBREIA and literally has made $22,000 off of us and what we've taught him
Made
and helped
it
him
instead
with.
of paying it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
There
that's
you
one of the
go.
reasons that we do TBREIA and I do TBREIA is because it's an easy way for people to understand you don't have to pay $25,000.
Right.
$50,000 to go learn how to do this business.
Just come hang
partner
out
up.
and basically,
Dude,
do the thing,
Yeah.
Dude, we have this huge office that any of you guys that are TBREIA members can come take a look at, hang out with, and build your
I gotta
network
start
of
using
people.
that thing for a few things, man.
Yeah, so
Freaking great asset right there.
so so we bought that one from him. We bought it for 85 plus closing costs. It was like 80. I want to say just shy of 86 after closing costs.
Okay.
We're putting $6,500 into that townhouse. So let me explain a little bit what that $6,500 is getting me. It's only 1,132 square feet, so it's not a huge piece of property. Okay.
Right.
But that's the beauty of it. So all we did was paint it inside the walls and the trim and the doors and all that stuff. All got painted.
Which was like maybe $1 a square foot.
About
right.
$1.10 a square foot with labor and materials, because I pay the materials. For Jonathan to do the work.
Right.
And then I had the carpet store, Raphael and Brian over at the carpet store.
That's a great company.
Dude, they're fantastic.
People
I've known
don't-
Brian for a long time.
Yeah.
You've known Raphael for a little while now.
Was it like $1.75 installed?
It was a little because I had
more?
vinyl put down in the kitchen and bathrooms as
I
well.
thought
So
it was just carpet.
it was about a little bit more than that because of that. And we also had stairs. So stairs obviously add some.
Right.
Trisha's gonna be mad at me. I didn't put do not disturb on. Oh well. No, so the stairs
Sorry,
add a little bit of
Trish.
cost. Yeah, sorry, Trish.
We need more coaching. How to do Facebook Live.
Sorry, Trish.
But we so the stairs and all the other stuff, it was like $2,700 for all the flooring in the entire place. So
Okay.
so we're basically at right around $3,800 or so,
Right.
$3,900 for that. I paid $1,800, $1,900 for the appliance set. All brand new
Which
stainless
looks
steel.
sharp.
Dude, I was a little nervous by putting Amana in there, but they've really stepped their game up, man. Their appliances. I walked in there thinking they were like GE or
Right.
LG even. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa. So
Yeah,
they were
no,
really
they're
nice.
nice. Yeah.
I got those from my buddy Ricardo over at Famous Tate.
And did they install? So you just give them the combo and they go in?
No, I didn't have them do it. I actually had Jeremy's cousin Corey actually go install
Corey!
the appliances.
Shout out.
Shout out to
'Cause
Corey.
I needed him to remove the car.
He said Corey was very upset with him last night.
Yeah, Corey didn't have the best of luck with some of the things over there, but
I said that's okay. Corey's always upset. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
So Corey for like $250 took out the other stuff, put the new stuff in, and he's going to deliver the old stuff back here because we can use it on somebody's rental
Yeah.
or
Nice.
the refrigerator actually was really nice, stainless steel, but
Yeah,
it
I
just
got
didn't
him
match.
super busy this weekend.
Hell yeah.
And then
Good.
until Wednesday, I have him like running a bunch of.
Nice. What are you guys doing with the appliances?
We're just going to keep him here at the office, and then we'll just,
Okay.
if we need him for one of the rental projects we're doing, or Jeremy needs them for property management, one of his
Right.
clients need them, we can just swap
you
them out
go.
because they're in good shape. They just didn't
Yeah.
match. We
I'll
had
be
a
like,
stainless
hey,
steel fridge.
no warranty, but $100.
Yeah.
Get it done.
The refrigerator was stainless steel.
You need a fridge, man. You need a fridge. You know.
Yeah, and they're not cheap, so I mean, it was in good shape, but it just didn't match. I like
Right.
my things to match. There was no
Right.
microwave there, so I had Corey take out the range hood and actually put that microwave there because it looked weird. I don't know why that they don't have those, but
Sure, that added to his anger level there.
I think it was more there was an issue with the water main. Not it was. It's a long story, but dude, I mean, as someone that's a rehabber, like that does work for rehabbers,
Right.
there are things like that you plan on walking into a job and you're like, what the heck just happened?
Right.
Because one little thing then leads to another thing, then that thing leads to another thing, and it just snowballs out of control very, very quickly. So I'm sure he walked in there thinking, oh, I'm just going to pop in a dishwasher, a stove, and a
Always.
microwave, and
Yeah.
pop, and then it probably was there for like 4 or 5 hours, and he probably was expecting to be there for like maybe 2.
Yep.
But just shit like that, you just can't control.
You never
and it
know until you
happens.
get into it.
You
He's
don't.
like, about that invoice.
Yeah.
Change order coming.
So Greg, when we were over there, one of the things we're changing the doorknobs in there,
Yeah.
right? Because we're like, God, these doorknobs look awful. And I go, it's kind of what you run into sometimes with these projects is where do I draw the line? Because this didn't look bad before, so you fix all this stuff up
Yep.
over here, but now all this is new, and now that looks bad. So you're like, okay, well, we got to change that.
Yeah,
So how do you guys kind of navigate that?
So in my opinion, it comes down to my favorite saying in the rehabbing business: when in doubt, comp it out. And so if the other comps don't have such nice things, then I'm not going to go above and beyond because I'm not going to really get that return on that.
Gotcha.
But in this case, it was just shitty old gold doorknobs
They were
or
really
brass
ugly.
or whatever they were.
Did you save those too?
No, we threw those out. God.
Polish them. Brasso.
Yeah, in case
Polish a
somebody
turd,
needs
it's
to
still
die.
a turd. So no, got rid of that. But I'm a little bit of a perfectionist because most of my rehabs are Mac Daddy. If you go to that house in St. Pete, you go to Frierson when it's done, or any of the ones I've done in the past, they're Mac Daddy. There's no
Right.
stone left unturned. I'm not your typical flipper real estate investor guy out there that
Right.
like just always does paint and carpet and
Hatchet.
caulk everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting
Hey, we're not
watching
talking
Greg watching Greg work the caulk on. I got to do a little bit of caulking there. Haven't done
Yeah, a little
that in
bit,
a while.
little bit, and so it when in doubt, comp it out. So everything else in there looks exactly like this one does.
Right.
So I'm not going to go above and beyond. There were
You
a
mean
couple
the
other
other
little
unit,
things.
like the other units that are
Yeah,
in
all
that
the other
area.
units in the townhouse
Gotcha,
all look
okay.
the same. So all of them have laminate countertops. So I'm not going to take these laminate countertops, which were in great shape, and put granite in there
Right.
for $2,000, or actually probably been like $2,500 for that townhouse. I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to get the return.
Right.
There's a ceiling in that little pocket of townhouses that they sell for. There's no reason to overdo it to still
Right.
make the same amount of money.
Dude, when I was first looking for a place before we bought last year, I was trying to stay like just super cheap. So like when mortgage was like super cheap.
Yeah,
So I
right.
was looking under like 150, and I was trying to find kind of like a townhouse like that where it's like
Right.
1,100 square feet, something small, our first house that we were gonna buy. But I couldn't find anything. And I don't know if I was looking that far west in Tampa, but I mean, that's just nuts. Like
It's nice.
Yeah.
it's really crazy. You
Yeah.
can still buy something like that,
Yeah.
even with the HOA or the condo fee. It's townhouse, right?
Townhouse. So
Even with that stuff factored in, I mean, it's just still dumb.
yeah, I mean, because you don't have to replace the roof, you don't have to do the painting on the outside. None of that stuff is all included in your $300 or
Right.
whatever it is a month. So it's really pretty sweet gig, especially if you're I was talking to even Colin today, and these 3 flips I've got going on right now. One price point that in St. Pete is $179.
Okay.
Or 169, so we're 170. The townhouse is 130. And the one on Frierson is going to be like 150, 160 tops. Okay. It actually feels pretty freaking good to be able to provide affordable housing that are going to be
Right.
these Mac Daddy beautiful projects
Right.
because in these neighborhoods they don't usually get that opportunity to buy something really nice.
Right.
Usually they're half-assed by a flipper or
Right.
a homeowner special type stuff, and they have to settle for crap. But these people are going to be able to walk into turnkey beautiful houses with no maintenance needed for the next several years. That feels pretty freaking cool. Like, 'cause I've never played in this realm. I've always played in I buy in the 150 plus range, put 40, 50, 60,000 into these houses, and then they sell for 250 plus. And so you're always dealing with upper middle class type
Right.
people. And now I'm playing in a different realm. I don't know what changed or if it's just the market's that way right now. But that's a pretty cool feeling, knowing
Yeah,
that some
no,
family's going to be able to
definitely.
get into a mortgage for like $1,000
Yeah,
all
plus
in.
the turns are quicker too.
Yeah, I mean, they're smaller houses, so the turns are
Smaller,
quicker. They still have their headaches, but yeah, it's
Right.
pretty cool. So I'm kind of liking it.
So
What's up, Tony Bryant? How you been?
So we raced over here, right?
Yeah.
This has been a zoo of a day.
Yeah, 'cause, again, like everything that you think is going to take you 20, 30 minutes takes you an hour.
And
more.
let's just clarify that too for people, because when people see you, especially like online, people's comments, see you, oh well, you need to delegate more, Greg, and you need to automate more. And listen, this is just how it goes.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Well, it's great car dumb. WIT, whatever it takes.
Right.
You got to do whatever it takes, because no one else is going to go change those things today. Nobody had the time to go change those out. And if I'd have thought about it yesterday, before Corey was getting there, I'd have gone to Home Depot like I did today and said, "Hey, Corey, for an extra $50, and you put the change these out for me," and I gladly would have paid him and delegated that out. But I realized that too late in the day and was like, "Son of a gun, I need to do this tomorrow." And someone commented on my Facebook thing, was like, "Why are you cleaning those windows over at that house?" Is like, because it has to get it has to get freaking done today, and no one else had the time to do it. Yeah, sorry guys, you know me.
It's like the clown nose.
Yeah. We don't have the sound effect.
We really
for it
need
here,
that
so
soundboard.
We really do.
Man. We really
you can have like Jeremy's like always got his finger on the pulse of the. So. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I mean that's a quick turn. I mean that'll be my fastest project we've ever gone from purchase to list. That's not even close to the time frame. Typically, my projects take about 45 to 60 days on average. And the house in St. Pete was pretty quick too, simply because it was a smaller house and it didn't need the roof and the AC and all those bigger ticket items done.
Gotcha.
Wow, whose idea was it to have Coke before our podcast?
I needed something with caffeine in it, like immediately.
Yeah, well.
So.
Whatever. So, hey, if you guys have any questions, make sure you guys you comment asking questions. But as a reminder, this is leading into what we're doing tonight at TBREIA. So tonight, every third Thursday of the month at TBREIA, we have our main meeting, which goes from 6:30 till about 9:30. The meeting actually goes till 9 o'clock, but we're usually there till about 11 o'clock or so, networking and having a good time afterwards. But tonight I'm talking
y'all
about.
stayed that late. Usually,
We stayed there late. You were there late last time, weren't you?
No, I
wasn't that late?
bounced. Yeah, no,
I don't know. It was pretty late,
9.
but really.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
but
it's for everybody's good. Okay.
and so tonight I'm talking about all the pitfalls to avoid, what things I want to say like the 50,000-foot view of rehabbing houses. Rehabbing 101 is the topic for tonight, where I'm going to go over a broad overview of how you can get started in rehabbing houses. What are the things you have to look for? What things you have to make sure you things you put in place, determining ARV, understanding true rehab costs, not the rehab costs that 90% of these wholesaler idiots out there are putting out there, knowing what a real roof costs, knowing what that kind of stuff costs to make sure that you're not getting yourself into a bind, understanding a little bit about hard money, how that works. Again, I'm going to go big overview. I only have an hour and a half to explain that when, I can't squeeze.
Are you going to section the room off again?
I don't know. We probably should. I thought it was a good idea. It worked last time.
I really
pretty well.
thought that was neat.
Yeah, so I'm anxious to see how many people actually show back up from last time. Because I challenged them. I sat there and said, literally, we always packed that room 120, 130. We had 140 people there last month.
Awesome.
It was awesome. But I bet you we have about a 30, 40% drop off in people that don't come back because I don't know why. I honestly don't know. They thought they could flip a house just by going to a quick seminar or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's been fun. Today was a crazy day.
Yeah.
And they're all crazy. They're all like this. We plan on going to that one house, but we just run out of time. And it was that catch-22. Honestly, I was talking to Colin on the way here. It was like the volunteering thing kind of throws a wrench in your day, but it sure felt freaking good to do that. So it's like, all right. Whatever. We didn't get to go. We didn't get to go show you guys a new project. Whoopity-doo. You guys will see it on the next webisode. But it is what it is.
If there's people that want to send us deals, so if you have a deal and you guys are looking for a buyer, who should we send them to?
What's
on
that?
Our team? Like if someone wants to analyze us to analyze a deal to buy from them, who should we send it to?
You want to send it to Jacob right now, most likely. Yeah, Jacob Lewis.
Make sure you guys contact us if you have deals that you're looking to sell, because we're looking to buy more.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to reach my goal of 2 houses in February. I got 1, so I still need 1 more. But
You got another week.
Yeah, I got another week. So if you guys got a deal, let me know.
Tonight might be it.
And if you don't have
so.
a deal, but you want to partner on something,
Yep.
we're always looking for funding partners to step in for different aspects. So we even with a relatively small amount of money, we can joint venture on, get your feet wet and let you kind of see the process. That way you can just leverage the education experience and save yourself the guru money and put that into a project instead of spending $30,000 on,
We do have a question we got from Joseph Palomino. Asked if we ever go Facebook Live from our REIA meetings. You guys want to go live for a little bit tonight? We typically do not go live from them for very long. If we do, it's for about 5 to 10 minutes because, honestly, you got to be there. It's worth every bit to make it there.
Right.
I can't, we're doing this a little longer than we even normally do on a podcast, but
Maybe we could do something like the NFL used to, and you could go live, but it's like it's blacked out in the Tampa area.
that would be nice, put some sort of like filter or something. But no, it would be nice if we could, but we just really can't. It's really hard because, it's such a stupid cheap price to join and to come to all these meetings that for $200 a year.
What we could do? We could start the Facebook group, the streaming, like a secret Facebook group.
Yeah,
maybe,
you can pay to be a part of it.
And when you're a membership, you get access to that.
Let me know if you want to do that, Joseph. If you want to be, we could do something like that. If that interests you, let us know. Maybe we'll do a secret Facebook group and you have to pay to be a part of. I don't know. I've never thought about that. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
I forget that you can do that.
Yeah.
This isn't always about monetization of stuff, but it's it's more of an issue of like we want to see you take action. We want to see you there.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that you're
And
he's in California. That's why. That's
okay.
Kind of hard for you to make it out here then.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. There's no excuses. Come on.
You can fly in for my 2-day course.
Exactly. Come on, man.
All right, guys, we have a couple more people that just joined on. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you ask them. We're happy to answer any of your rehabbing questions right now. How
about Greg? You guys with the paint selection in there, straight white.
Yeah, it's
You
always
guys
just
hit-
something like gloss plain white or super white. I think
You
they
guys
call
had
it.
the best. You guys had the best luck with that. Just go straight white with everything.
All
and-
white on the trim for sure.
Okay,
But the
gotcha.
walls are always this color right behind me.
Okay, what
silver,
is that?
the silver polish.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a great one for Sherwin-Williams I've used. I think it's called Passive or something like that. It's a light gray color. But a great point to bring up is we have the templates built out for what all the flips look like. So Greg did something a little bit different with the cabinets on the one on 40th. But just so you guys know, most of the time, 95% of the items go the same from house to house.
See,
there
I
may be
love
small
that.
intricacy differences.
You're taking
but
a lot of the thought and decision processes out of it, and you know what I mean.
especially if you're hiring, like you're trying to find a GC to hire and you worked out good prices, like you need to have it dummy proof on what you're looking for as far as materials and supplies, so that way that they're not guessing on which handles to use or which faucet to buy and things, and they buy something that you don't want. So the more guesswork that you can take out of it, the better you're going to have of someone that can kind of systemize it. And
here's the
plug
thing
and
that
play.
people don't realize too: when you're doing that, you're also making, especially for the rentals and whatnot, you're making the maintenance people's lives a hell of a lot easier
sure.
too. You know,
Yeah.
like you got to match the paint. What color was that one? When everything's all the same.
Yeah, and the
Oh my
good part is
God.
you just take it from one project to the next.
Yes,
you don't have to get
exactly.
freaking
Leftovers
It's the
can
only
be
way to do it,
reused.
man. You have to have some systems. I mean, it's very hard, very very hard to systemize the rehabbing business, especially here in Tampa
Well,
Bay.
plus you always have the urge to get creative. I'm sure. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I
Where it's
absolutely
like-
do. And that, this fan's on special or on sale at Home Depot
Yeah.
or whatever. And it's just like, ugh. But the kind of the cool part about maybe staying in this lane of the lower middle class, lower income type areas is that they can be the same.
Right.
If you're in Seminole Heights or you're in South Tampa, the trends change a lot faster in those
Right.
neighborhoods. They don't change so much. So it's only my third flip in these lower end
Right.
these neighborhoods and stuff that are affordable housing areas. But
Right.
it's been a pleasure so far.
Yeah.
So
I like that teal door too.
yeah.
Did you give? We
Jamaican
gotta give
blue,
We got to
baby.
give the
Jamaican
homeboys
blue.
the teal door guys. What was their name from that other episode?
Jared and Jay Ryan.
Yeah, I think I actually have them. We didn't do them on the podcast yet,
No,
though.
no,
I have
yeah,
in
we need to
March.
get 'em on, yeah.
In March. One other thing that I wanted to mention too that a lot of people don't think about is if your laborers or your handymen or your contractors, whoever you're using, are not big fans of the way that you structure stuff, you have to think about that they're going to be not as incentivized to want to do work for you if you don't have your ducks in a row, right? So you need to be thinking about not only is it streamlined, but you want to be good to the people that are doing good work for you to keep it happy, and they know, hey, Greg might drop ship a bunch of items there so I can get rocking and rolling. I don't have to make those trips to Home Depot, wait in line, and then just waste time. So it's something to think about as well.
Definitely. Exactly. I know. I always used to like showing up at job sites. It's like, okay, everything's there. You get there. It's like, okay, so 60% of the stuff is here, and I can't get started with anything because there's certain ways that things need to get done. You know, so you streamline all that stuff. It just makes everybody's life easier. And I've always been amazed at how many investors and property owners in the rental game and everything just don't. They just can't help that urge to just constantly change things. You know, and it's like, man, you're just making our lives more difficult here. You know, so.
Yeah, well, that's going to have to wrap up this edition or episode of the Out Fast podcast. We have to get going to the TBREIA meeting tonight. It was a pleasure being live the whole time. Thank you, guys. Make sure you check us out on iTunes and Stitcher and pretty much everywhere else to subscribe, rate us, please review us, give us 5 stars, all that good stuff on iTunes. It really does help us grow our podcast organically on iTunes because iTunes has a stupid, crazy algorithm. And so the more people that like us, share it, and all that good stuff, it really, really does help us.
Cool.
So I hope you guys got some awesome information out of our podcast today, and hopefully you guys can make it out to the TBREIA meeting tonight or sometime very, very soon. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Oop.